Okay, so it is March 14th, and I just got done with my first meeting with Justin Rollins at Argenta Solutions. I've always wanted a legit, real movie theater room, not a media room, not a TV area with a big screen, but a real movie theater room. He's been doing this for 20 years. He is going to give me the most amazing room in the budget that I have. He talked to me about so much stuff that I didn't even know about or think about, and I feel like I'm very in the know about this kind of stuff. There's something called Kaleidoscape. That is a $9,000 system, and essentially when you stream a movie, they download these movies that are usually streamed onto a hard drive that is there in your room, and then they send that to your projector. So you're getting the top quality sound and the top quality video. You still have to pay for the movie every time you download it. I have about 30 or 40 4K Ultra HD discs already, and he said that if you've got a bunch of these discs that you really don't need this system, this is more for somebody who has no collection. That's not good for me. But it was something that I had never even heard about that was apparently a thing. Another thing that I was looking at is D-Box seats. So I know that a lot of people have heard of D-Box seats in their movie theaters that they go to, like AMC has D-Box seats. D-Box also does home theater seats. It's the exact same thing, but it is 3 seats right next to each other. You buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 20. The thing is, you can't just like sit in the seat, plug it into your AV receiver with an HDMI cable and be good to go. You have to buy a separate D-Box box in a subscription service, which is $90 a year, and then you will download movies, so you can't just pop in your own Blu-ray and the D-Box do what it's supposed to do. It is really expensive. 3 seats is like $16,000, and he said you're much better spending that money somewhere else in the theater to help enhance it audio visually. Also, he had really good tips about things like HVAC and where it needs to go for the design of the room. He said that for these rooms to be comfortable, the supply needs to be at the front of the room and the return has to be at the back of the room, because subconsciously when you're sitting there and a slight breeze comes across your face, even though you may not think that you are claustrophobic or uncomfortable in tight spaces, which is still claustrophobic, that will relax you and make you feel cooler and make you feel more comfortable and make you feel like you're not trapped in a small room. And also he says it keeps the room cooler, which is a plus. And that's a whole system that most builders don't even think about. He said he's gone into many rooms where it's too late and they've got the supply and the return right next to each other. Essentially the only person getting any heating or cooling is the person sitting right under it, because it's just going in a loop. So they're very involved in the whole process. He said he designs the whole room, lighting, acoustic panels on the wall. They can do tons of crazy themes and stuff like that, but I just want a simple, elegant room with the highest quality audio and visual possible. And another one of the main things about projectors is that they are not ever going to be the same quality as an OLED TV is. When cinematographers are filming, they measure the light that they output in nits, apparently. I always thought of lumens. They output in like 1 to 2,000 nits, and OLEDs match that. They do 1 to 2,000 nits. But projectors can only do like 10 to 20 nits or something like that, a significantly lower amount of, my light's turned off, light quality that you do not get in a projector that you can get in a TV screen. He said that there's new technology now. It's called an NVVR system from this company called MadVR, and essentially they use computer programming to handle each frame that is output from a projector and increase the nits artificially so that you get a much brighter, more vivid picture from a projector screen than was ever possible before. So essentially it turns a $6,000 projector into an $80,000 projector with just one box. You can't buy a TV screen that fills up the width of a projector screen on your wall, because that costs hundreds of thousands of dollars. Sony does one called the Wall. It's essentially just a bunch of panels that go together, but it's super, super, super expensive. He was awesome. He was very informative. He wasn't pushy at all. Whenever he said something that I was like, I don't think I need that, he's like, you know what? You probably don't. I'm just giving you options so that you know what's out there. And that's what I need. I need a guy who can give me options, who knows what's out there when I don't. Yeah, I'm super excited about this home theater room. I cannot wait to get more details about it, and I'm gonna let you know everything. So here I am, 2 months later in Salt Lake City, finally getting to demo all the stuff Justin was talking to me about.
So we're going to spec it with 235.
235 is a very cinematic widescreen aspect ratio.
Widescreen. So we're going to do that. We're also going to spec it with the Mad VR unit with the Mad VR Envy, which this is showing right now. This does have it where you have speakers behind the screen, and this is an actually acoustic transparent screen.
Cool.
But this is a Neo 4K screen.
And then he went on to demo some audio for me, and let me tell you, it blew me away. You have no idea how amazing this sounded. It completely redefines immersive audio. This only gives you a tiny taste of what it was really like.
So this is going to be nothing but the lack of, and what we're going for is 3-dimensional. You're going to hear the Atmos come into play here heavily, and you're going to hear it shift from left to right.
And then he showed me this clip from The Quiet Place, and I'm not going to lie to you, I got a little bit freaked out sitting there listening to it. It was so good. Here he's telling me how important it is to have a soundproof room, not just from sound coming out of the room, but for sound coming into the room.
That's what they do. And this is the reason a lot of people think, because it's more material. It costs more for the acoustic material to isolate the room. And everybody thinks, oh, it's because I'm trying to have the other parts of the house hear me. Yes, but the other part of it is I'm trying to keep the rest of the house from coming into the room.
And then how big is my screen going to be? Is it this size or?
This is a 153.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Diagonal, 140 in width. It'll be probably bigger than this screen. These are made by, this is Fortress.
What makes them more special?
They can build them to the exact size of you, and memory foam, back massagers, everything, but you're talking about a chair starting around $2,500 going to about $6,000. If you want, I want my embroidered of my family crest or something, they do all that.
Cool.
So this is Joshua. This is the advanced tech version of Alexa. It also comes in a $50 size that will go in the wall throughout the house.
And then Lutron lighting, and this is their new palladium keypads, like glass face or any type of metal, but just feel like the button presses and everything else. This is your higher quality.
Oh yeah, this is nice.
And then these are my initial thoughts as soon as I walked out.
What they're doing with sound in there is just it is the difference between watching a movie and being in a movie. Does that make sense? It is just so insane how big of a difference the audio makes. I had no idea.
Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I know that video is probably not for everybody, but I'm super into this movie theater. I wanted to share with you as many details as I could. I won't do another update on it till we're actually installing stuff, so this is just a little taste. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.